Hey, hello and welcome to today's strength routine focusing on the shoulders and abs. My name is Niran and with me we have Lavanya, who will be taking you all through the scaled down version of all the movements. So all those who are new to these sessions, you know who to follow. And for our regulars, you will be following Ritvik over here, who will be taking you through all the scaled up version of all the movements. Today's routine will require the dumbbells, a heavier and a lighter one if you have both, so make sure you keep them handy, yeah? On that note, make sure you have a bottle of water and towel close by, and let's begin with the warm-up. Good to start? Yeah? So the first movement is going to be something called deltoid circles. We will have 4 movements in total, 2 rounds, 30 seconds each. So deltoid circles is going to be same for scaled up and for scaled down. Take your hands up nice and high. Just go anti-clockwise 3 reps. Clockwise 3 reps, and just keep alternating for 30 seconds, yeah? Make sure you take your hands up nice and high. Keep your chest up as you do this, nice and easy, because we have 2 rounds to pick up the pace. Focus on going maximum range. Take your hands up nice and high, take it back as much as possible before you bring it forward again. Keep that breathing in check. No holding your breath. Few more seconds here, and that's done. The next one's going to be something called the halo slam. For that, we're going to keep our feet slightly wider than shoulder width. Let's just imagine we're holding a ball, yeah? From there, we're going to go a nice big circle, bring it overhead, slam it to center. Then we go the other side. As we move to one side, the opposite leg will turn, so we're getting the hip in, yeah? So you're going to go rotate, use your hips, power, and drop. For our scale down, we'll do the same, focus on the nice rotation, and ease off on the power for now. We'll try to bring it in the second round, yeah? Let's get ready and start this in 3. Imagine you're holding the ball, 2, and 1. Let's go. Go a nice big circle, and as you come overhead, slam the ball in the center, yeah? So you've got to use your hips to drop into that partial squat while you do that. Power and throw the ball down. Extend your elbows fully as you do that. Fully extend and squeeze your triceps as you do that. Great work. And that's done. From there, we move to the high plank arm raises. For that, we go down to the high plank position, palms directly below the shoulder. From there, lift one hand up, drop it down, then we lift the other hand up and drop down. That's going to be scaled up. While scaled down, on your knees, make sure your hips are slightly below shoulder level. One hand comes up in line with the ears, drop that down, then we go the other hand and back. Yep, let's get to position. On your toes for scaled up and on your knees for scaled down. Let's start in 3, 2, and 1, go. Make sure the scaled up athletes, your hips are slightly below shoulder level. Same for our scaled down athletes, hips slightly below shoulder level. Got a few more seconds there. Make sure to lift your hand up in line with the ears and then bring it back down. And that's done. The next one, the last one for our warm-up is going to be the high knees. For that, for our scaled up athletes, bring your knee up to hip level. Yep, and make sure to swing your arms as well. While our scaled down athletes, you'll just do a march, but lift the knees up nice and high and try to get that coordination of the arm as well. So when your right leg comes up, the left hand comes forward. Yep, keep your chest up, both versions, and let's start in 3, 2, and 1, go. For a scale down also, once you get that coordination in, like how Lavanya is showing us, start to move a little faster, but you can avoid the jump. You just move fast in the march itself. Our scaled up athletes, as you feel comfortable, pick up the pace a little bit, not too much. We have another round for you to do that. Good job. Chest up throughout. And that's done. How are you guys feeling? Good for the workout? Yeah? Awesome. Guys, grab yourself some water and then let's start the main workout. The main workout today will have 2 sets of workouts. Yeah, we're going to call that Tricep 1 and Tricep 2 because we'll have 3 movements in each pattern. Now here's what we do. We have 3 movements where we do the first set of 3 movements. We'll have 4 rounds of 45 seconds each with a 30-second breather after each round, okay? After each round. The second tricep will have 3 rounds of 45 seconds each. The first movement of Tricep 1 is something called the dumbbell Z press. So for our scaled up athletes, you can use a slightly heavier dumbbell. For our scaled down athletes, you can use a light dumbbell, very light to start, or you could do it without a dumbbell as well, depending on how new you are to these sessions. Now, here's how it looks. Legs are forward, back is straight. You can keep your knees slightly bent, that's perfectly fine. Hands in front from your press directly above the shoulder and come back with the dumbbells coming forward and the elbow coming forward. Don't drop down all the way where you rest your hand. Your elbow should be slightly below shoulder level only. Press it up and then come slightly below shoulder level again. That's going to be movement number 1 called the dumbbell Z press, where you'll be seated for that. The next one is going to be dumbbell alternate front and side raises. Scaled up. You will use a lighter dumbbell than the dumbbell Z press if you have that option. For our newer athletes, I suggest you all not to use a dumbbell if you're very new to these sessions, yeah? Here's how it goes. So for the front raise, both hands will come forward, elbows soft, then we come down back to the side, and then we do a side raise, hands in line with the shoulder, come back to the side, forward, back, side, and back. No using the leg, no trying to spring with your leg like that. Don't try to use momentum, that's gonna hurt your back. That is movement number 2. Same pattern for scaled up and scaled down, just a difference in weight. You can use the weight for the scaled up, you can skip the weight for the scaled down. Movement number 3 is the feet off crunch. For that, we lie on our back, feet off the floor like it says. From there, we come up halfway and drop back down. Come up halfway, drop back down. Focus on keeping the feet just off the floor. Don't try to lift your knees up close to the chest, just off the floor. Do a crunch and back. Scaled down, feet down, and just focus on that half crunch. Yep, keeping the lower back pressed down against the floor while you come up. That's going to be the scaled down option of the feet off crunch. Are we ready for this? 45 seconds each. You finish all 3 movements and then you get a 30-second breather. We have 4 rounds like that. Yep. So let's sit down and get ready for the dumbbell Z press, round number 1 of 4. Yep. Start light. If you're new to this, understand the movements. Remember, you have the option of bending your knees, but the big focus over here is your back straight. Yeah. If you know you're slouching a little because of keeping your legs straight, please ensure that you keep your knees bent. Lift the chest up, get that core active to protect your lower back. Yeah. And as you come down, dumbbell comes forward and then you press up. The dumbbell will not rest on your shoulder, okay? No resting the dumbbell on your shoulder. So you're gonna make it harder for Ritvik over here. Yeah, gonna burn those shoulders right from round number 1. Same for Lavanya, we're not gonna allow her to rest that dumbbell on the shoulder. Yeah, no breather for them, at least for round 1. And that's done. Good job, guys. Now let's take a lighter one, or if you already have if you're using the light dumbbell for the Z press, that's fine. If not, choose a lighter dumbbell for the front and side raises, the smaller muscle. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Keep your elbows soft as you do this. Please make sure you're not locking your elbows while doing this. Keep your elbows soft throughout the move, while you bring it forward and while bringing it down and while you take it up to the side. So when I say it's a smaller muscle, we're still working the shoulder itself. It's just that we're focusing on different groups of the shoulder muscle, making it harder to do the same weight as we did for the Z press. For the Z press, we incorporate the entire deltoid muscles, but here we're focusing on groups of it. Yeah, so that gets a little more harder to do the same weight with the right technique. Keep that moving. Breathe out as you lift your hand up. And that's done. Dumbbells to the side. And let's get ready for the feet off crunch. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Scale down, athletes. Keep your feet down. Focus on just lifting your shoulder blades up. Don't pull your head. So in case you know you're doing that, I want you to keep your hand behind your ears because you can't pull your ears. It ends up paining, yeah? So that's a great way to do that. For our scaled up athletes, what I want you to do is just keep your feet just off the floor. That's going to activate your core a lot more, yeah? That's what I want to see y'all. Breathe out as you come up. Whichever version you are, breathe out as you come up. You got a few more seconds here. Excellent work, guys. Excellent work. Keep that breathing in check. And that's done. 30-second breather before we go to round 2. How are you guys feeling? Yeah? You guys remember, this one, there's no break between movements, yeah? So you got to approach the workout differently. For example, if you had a 45-second breather or a 30-second breather between movements, you could go heavier. But since there's no breaks, you need to choose your weight accordingly, so that way you're able to maintain great technique, and that is the most important for good results. Yeah? You ready for the Z press? Yeah? Guys, it's gonna get harder now, okay? From round 2 itself, it's gonna start to push. And remember, if you know you're losing form or you're compromising on technique, please keep the dumbbell down for a few seconds, shake the hands off, pick the dumbbell up again and press. You're gonna see our athletes do the same. Yeah, you will see them do that just to make sure that technique is right throughout the workout. Every rep matters. Always remember that. Every rep matters. Knees soft if you need to maintain a straight back. Chest up and breathe out as you press. Breathe out as you press. No leaning back. Few more seconds there, and that's done. Dumbbells to the side. How the shoulders feeling? Starting to burn already? Yeah? Excellent. The next one's going to be a dumbbell alternate front and side raises. Let's start this in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Remember what I said. Sometimes here you can't keep the dumbbell down and pick it up again. So you can just stop on the side. Just wait there for a few seconds if you need to. Yeah, but don't use your legs. When I say don't use your legs, don't use momentum to push yourself up to throw the dumbbell up. Yep. Focus while the hands are coming forward. You're focusing on the anterior, that's the front of the shoulder muscles. When you're bringing it out to the side, you're focusing on the medial part. It's the middle part of the deltoid muscles. Both ways, bring your hands up to shoulder level. Keep looking forward. Don't look to the side because your neck muscles are your stabilizers. Yeah, and you need them to protect the spinal cord, your spinal cord around the neck. And that's done. Dumbbells down, feet off crunch. Let's get ready. Round number 2. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Feet just off the floor. Yep, there we go. For our scaled down athletes, I'm going to give you a bit of a challenge early this time, okay? So you wanted to keep your hand up, yeah? And don't use momentum, just come up straight as much as you can, yeah? Just come up straight as much as you can. Just focusing on those abs to bring you up. Same for our scaled up athletes. Bring your hand up, keep your hand right there. Don't use momentum, yeah? Don't use momentum. Keep your hand straight. Yep. We're making it harder there. Awesome. Bringing in that challenge early because I don't think anyone's going to complain to have nice defined abs in the process of this, yeah? Awesome work, guys. Awesome work. Well done. Keep that moving. Great technique. Keep that breathing in check. Breathe out as you come up. And that's done. 30-second breather. How are you guys feeling after round 2? Yeah? Feels like it's done already? Yeah? Okay, 30-second breather, then we go to round number 3. Great time to push yourself now, because now it's going to be challenging. Yeah, always, like I always say this, the first 2 rounds are always nice. Round 3, please remember what I said in round 2. Technique is very important. So if you need to pause, if you're constantly pausing, that means the weight is too heavy. You need to go lighter or just leave the dumbbell aside. But after every 5 reps, if you feel that, hey, I'm losing technique, keep the dumbbell down, 2 seconds, pick it up again. Remember your hand position. Your hand needs to be forward, yeah? The dumbbell needs to be forward. Bringing the dumbbell back close to your shoulder makes it easier, and we don't want to make it easier. Ouch. Yeah. So keep that slightly forward, Leonia. Keep the dumbbell slightly forward as you come down. Hands forward. As you go back, hands back. As you come forward, as you drop down, the dumbbell is forward. As you go up, the dumbbell comes in line with the shoulder. Yeah. As you fatigue, you're going to start to lean back and start to load your lower back. Don't let that happen. That's when you have to bend your knees to make sure you're straight. You're not leaning forward, you're not leaning back. Just keep that in mind. Breathe out as you go up. Great work, and that's done. Whew. That was a tough one. That's a tough one. Let's move to our dumbbell alternate front and side raises. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So guys, remember, newer athletes, whenever you need to have a sip of water, please do that. Don't wait for me to tell you, yeah? Make sure you are lifting your hand up to shoulder level. Keep your core braced, which means I don't want to see you leaning back as you bring your hand forward, yeah? As you move to the side as well, don't lean forward, stay upright. We got a few more seconds here. Keep the chest up. Excellent work, guys, excellent work. And that's done. Dumbbells to the side, feet off crunch for round number 3. Like the shoulders were not sore enough, let's get the abs sore as well. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Remember the challenge I gave you all, yeah? Hands up and no using momentum. No throwing your hands forward. All I want you all to do is focus on bringing your hand up straight. Don't try to bring your hand towards the leg. Just come up straight. Focus on that crunch and then go back nice and easy. Nice and controlled throughout. Great technique, guys. Great technique. Both of them are maintaining a beautiful technique there. Just making sure they're coming up nice and easy, that breathing pattern while coming up, controlled while coming up, and controlled while going down as well. Watch both of them do that. Excellent work, guys. Brilliant work. Especially in round number 3 with that fatigue already set in. This is amazing. Breathe out as you come up. We got a few more seconds here. And that's done. It's not easy, yeah? They made that look easy. Awesome work, guys. Grab yourself some water because we are not done yet, yeah? We have 3 rounds of 3 movements, 30 seconds of work, 15-second breather. So the first one's going to be a body weight man maker, yeah? The name is that. Don't judge the name, yeah? So here's what we have. A body weight man maker will have 1 push-up, shoulder tap on each side, and then 1 vertical jump. That makes it 1 rep, yeah? So here's how it goes. So now we go down. From there, we do our push-up. From the push-up, we do the shoulder tap, then we jump up, we do a vertical jump, and then we go back down to a push-up and a shoulder tap. Yep. Now that's going to be the scaled up version. Scaled down version, it's like, oh damn, getting ready for that. The scaled down version will be the push-up on your knees. Yeah. So we do the knee push-up, so we drop down, we do them. Same, we do the knee shoulder tap, and then all I want you to do is stand up and then go back down for your next rep of the push-up on your knees, where you drop your hips down as well. Make sure you're dropping your chest in between the hands for the push-up. Scaled up or scaled down, that doesn't matter. From there, that's movement 1. Movement number 2 is going to be the Russian twist. For our scaled up athletes, knees are bent, yeah? Heel off the floor. From there, twist side to side from the upper body. Scaled down athletes, drop your heel down, rest your lower back, and just focus on a very small rotation, yeah, to start. That's where we're going to start, just focusing on the rotation. That's movement number 2. Movement number 3 is going to be jumping tees. Scaled up athletes, hands in line with the shoulder, bring the hand out, get the legs wide, and back. Scaled down athletes will skip the jump, step and back. You will do the stepping tees instead of the jumping tees. 30 seconds each, 15-second breather between each movement for 3 rounds. Ready? Yeah? It's metabolic conditioning. That means it's going to push your heart rate up. Yeah? Let's get ready for the man makers. We're going to face each other there. We're going to start off with a push-up. Yeah, that's going to be your first push-up, then a shoulder tap, then the vertical jump. So we're going to start by standing. Let's go. One push-up, shoulder tap on each side, and then jump up and a vertical jump for our scaled up athletes. Scaled down athletes, just stand up, drop your knees down, go back to your push-up. Awesome work. Awesome work. It is going to be a little confusing, yeah, but just hang in there. Just pace yourself out so you don't get confused. One push-up, one shoulder tap on each side, and one vertical jump. Great. As you start to get a sense of the rhythm of this, move faster. And that's done. Round one is done. 15-second breather. We go for Russian twist. 15 seconds are going to fly by, so get ready for the Russian twist. Yeah. Let's start this in. Yep. Get that position. Legs forward. He just touch the heel down, and let's start in 3, 2, and 1. Go. Nice and easy for our scaled down athletes. Legs slightly forward. And I want you to try and lift your shoulder blades up a little and focus on that small rotation, yeah? Don't try to go too wide there, just keep your shoulder blades off the floor and just that small rotation, focusing on the obliques. Scaled up athletes, just lean back a little to make it harder whenever you want, but don't rest your lower back down. Few more seconds, just 30 seconds here, and that's done. 15-second breather and we get ready for the jumping tees. Heart rate is up already, just keep it there. Remember, we have 3 rounds, okay? We have 3 rounds here. Ready? Yeah? Awesome. Stepping tees and jumping tees. Hands forward. Let's start in 3, 2, and 1. Go. Max pace, guys. Whatever your max pace is, go a small step. And you want to go slightly smaller step, and now go a little faster. A little faster. Knees are soft. Awesome. That's where we go. That's where we go. She's got you all moving. Yes, she's got you all moving. Come on. Scaled up athletes. Ritvik has set the pace for you. Yeah, he's on fire. Making sure that Metcon is really felt. Even for our scaled down athletes, Lavanya has picked up the pace already. There is no round 1, 2, 3 here. Right from the beginning, they're going all in because this is your finisher. And that's done. Awesome. That was some awesome pace, guys, for round 1. Brilliant pace. Now we go back to the bodyweight man makers for round number 2. 15-second breather. So your heart rate is going to stay up when we start. Okay? So it's a very short break because that's what it's all about. Metcons, go. Your best pace, guys, your best pace. Make sure you get that push up in nice and controlled. Drop your hips and chest down together and bring that up together. Yeah, don't scoop up while you do the push up. Great pace, guys. They've got the rhythm of this now, so they've picked up the pace a little, and I hope all of you out there have done the same. Pick up the pace a little as you get the rhythm. And that's done. 15-second breather. Whew. Awesome work, guys. Awesome work. Just focus on the breathing right now. I wouldn't really suggest y'all, because the break is short, to have water. It's nice break. Unless you're new, you want to take a longer break, please do that. Let's start this in 3, 2, and 1. Russian twist, 30 seconds. What you can do for our scaled down athletes is lift the hand up, yeah, and just move it side to side. Yeah, so you focus on that rotation from there, so you get a sense of how much you're moving, but don't try to drop your hand, yeah? Just bring it off center, then back to center, off center, back to center. Shoulder blades off the floor. Keep your shoulder blades off the floor. Awesome work, guys. I got a few more seconds here. And that's done. Abs on fire now. All right, let's get ready for the jumping tees. Ready for this? Yeah. You saw them in round 1. Yeah, they're on fire. They're not going to ease off in round 2. So better be ready to catch up with them. Now, go. And these guys are on fire. Excellent work, guys. Excellent work. Stay with them. Your challenge is not to beat them. Your challenge is to stay with them. Whichever version, scale down, scaled up, just stay with them. Watch the hand position of both of them. Hands are in line with the shoulder. Great technique being maintained. Taking a small step out and bouncing back quick. Chest up. Excellent work, guys. Excellent work. Great technique. And that's done. We got one more round. We got one more round of that. Now that's what we mean by metabolic conditioning. This one's throwing your heart rate up, short burst, pushing your metabolism. Let's get ready for the bodyweight man makers. As you get comfortable, I'd like to see you jump a little higher, yeah? Jump a little higher. Get that vertical jump nice and high. Try and increase the height with every rep as you do this. Great technique, guys. Great technique. For our scale down athletes, if you want to add a small jump at the end, feel free to do that. Yeah, just a small jump at the end. There you go. Few more seconds there and we are done. Awesome, awesome. Let's get down for the Russian twist. Great work, guys. That's just brilliant. Brilliant effort. Let's get ready for the Russian twist. And let's start this in 3, 2, and 1. Let's smash it, guys. What you can do for the scale down, lift one leg up if you want, just to add that challenge. Yeah, do 2 reps on one leg, then 2 reps on the other leg. Just keep challenging yourself there, but don't try to turn too much where you're going to fall off to one side, okay? Keep that turn minimal. Yeah, keep that turn minimal. Scaled up athletes, lift your chest up. Lift the chest up. Focus on that core. Awesome work. Awesome work. We got a few more seconds there. Just stay with that pace and we are done. Awesome. One last movement. The one these two are on fire with, yeah? The jumping tees. This one's going to be the end. So make sure you're staying with them because they're not easing off. Let's begin in 3, 2, and 1. Go. Awesome pace, guys. Awesome pace. Knees are soft. Watch what Lavanya is doing. Knees are soft. Don't lock your knees. Same for the scaled up and the scaled down. Knees are soft and I want you all to maintain a soft knee to make sure you're working the quads and not hurting the joints. Few more seconds. Pick up the pace a little for the last few seconds. Awesome work. Awesome work. And that's done, guys. Brilliant. Brilliant. You want to fall down there, you can do that, yeah? Just lie down and catch your breath or just walk around a little. Don't drink water immediately though. Yeah, don't sip on water immediately. Your heart rate is going to be really high right now. Just focus on walking around a little. That was just brilliant, guys. Awesome work, Ritvik. That was just brilliant. Awesome work. Great effort by the both of them. Awesome. Just catch your breath, walk around a little, yeah? After you feel your heart rates come down a little, then sip on water. Don't sip on water when your heart rate's really high. Always remember that. Now, while you guys catch your breath, I'm going to run you all through your first stretch. We're going to be holding each stretch for 30 seconds. The first one is going to be something called thread the needle, which focuses on the shoulder. Now, for that, we're going to sit back in child's pose. That means you sit back on your heel, both hands forward to start. From there, cross any one hand in close to your knee, yeah? You can lift your hips up a little, just a little, but focus on pushing your chest down from there and adding a little bit of a twist into the upper body, okay? We're going to be doing 30 seconds on each side. Let's get the position. Sit back, cross one hand in, hand comes close to the knee, push your chest down and try and lift the opposite shoulder up, adding that twist, pushing the shoulder, you're stretching down a little bit more. You can lift your hips up a little if you want. You can lift your hips up a little. A few more seconds there. Guys, make sure you're focusing on breathing because your heart rate is still going to be high. Let's change side now. Excellent. Just get your hand in as much as possible, close to the knee. Push your chest down and twist the upper body to add to that stretch. Like I was saying earlier, it's very important that you focus on breathing because your heart rate is still going to be high from that Metcon finisher we had. So ensure that you're focusing on deep breaths so you start to gain more control of your breathing. Relax, we are done with that. From there, we do something called the pigeon pose, which is focused on our glutes for all those jumping tees that we've done. Now, from the high plank, we cross any one leg forward. Make sure your knee is in line with the same shoulder or slightly out. Walk back with the back leg. That means hips close to the ground. Don't sit there and turn your hips to one side. Make sure your hips are facing the floor. Option one, just keep your hands there. Focus on pushing the hips down. That's your first focus. If you know you've pushed your hip down enough, come on your elbow. If you're comfortable, drop down all the way down. Yep. Let's get to position. 30 seconds on each side. Cross one leg forward. Hips are facing the floor. Start in 3, 2, and 1. As you feel comfortable, you can get your hands forward. If not, keep your elbows close to your leg. Just rest on your elbow or on your palm, keeping your chest up. Every few seconds, I'd like you to deepen that stretch. Just walk back a little bit more, dropping your hips a little lower to the ground. Make sure to feel that stretch on your glutes of the leg that's forward and crossed. Slowly come up. Let's change leg now. Let's go the opposite side. Cross the leg, knee in line with the same shoulder or slightly out. Don't focus on dropping the upper body down first. First focus on dropping the hips down as much as you can and then the upper body down. Yeah, if you feel you got more room for the hips to go lower, then don't drop the upper body down. Just keep your palms close to your leg, lift the chest up and constantly focus on pushing the hip down. Got a few more seconds here, a couple of deep breaths while we're there. Slowly start to come out of it. And we're done with that. We're going to stay down and set for the next one. It's going to be the puppy pose, which is focused on opening out the shoulders. For our child's pose, we generally sit back all the way and hands all the way forward. But for the puppy pose, your hips are going to be in line with your knee, hands all the way forward. From here, you're only focusing on pushing your chest down. Don't drive your hips back, okay? Keep your hands forward. Focus on pushing your chest down as much as you can and opening out the shoulders and your mid-back. Remember, no pushing the hips back. Keep your hips up, push your chest down. Let's get a position. Hands forward and slightly wide, hands slightly wide. And push your chest down as much as you can. If you feel you can deepen that stretch, then bring your hip forward a little bit more. But focus on pushing the chest down all the way over here. You will feel your mid-back also open up. And get that little extension of the mid-back. Keep the hips up. Keep pushing your chest down. Just a few more seconds. Try and go a little lower. And that's done. Nice and easy, come out of it. The next one, we're going to stay down again. That's going to be a Sphinx pose, which is meant to stretch the abs for all those crunches we've done. For that, we're going to lie on our stomach. Keep your elbow directly below the shoulder. Press your elbows into the floor. Lift your chest up nice and high and look forward. Yeah? Hips down, chest up, look forward. Relax the shoulders. Let's go. Great work. Keep the elbows directly below the shoulder. Don't take the elbows wide. Keep pressing the elbows into the floor. Lift the chest up as much as you can and relax the shoulders. Yeah, drop the shoulders down. Hips down, chest up, look up, and try to push your chest up a little bit more. Try and lift your chest up a little more now, and relax from there. Great. From there, the next one is going to be something called the downward dog, so that we're going to be focusing on all the muscles of the back. For that, we're going to start off in the high plank position. When I say muscle in the back, I'm not talking about upper back, I'm talking about the entire posterior chain. From there, we're going to lift the hips up nice and high. Try and push your heel down, knees are soft, focusing on pressing your palm into the floor and lifting your hips up nice and high. Yep. So that's what we're going to be doing for the downward dog. So let's get to position. Start off with a high plank. From there, lift the hips up nice and high. Knees are soft. Push the heel down. Fully extend the elbow. Keep pushing your hips up as much as you can. If you feel your hands are slipping on the mat, just make sure you find a space which is dry in the mat and press your palms into the floor and drop your chest down now. Keep pushing your chest down now. Push the heel down, lift the hips up, and push the chest down. Slowly come out of it, come back to your high plank and relax there, drop the knees down. The next one, that's going to be our last one, is going to be the saddle trapeze stretch. For that, we're going to sit back on our heel. From there, just take one hand back, yeah? Just take one hand back, and the opposite hand, just grab your head, and pull it down to the opposite side, yeah? So you got to feel that stretch on the neck. So take one hand back as much as you can, hold your head, just pull it down, don't push it forward, just take it to the side, ear to your shoulder, okay? You're just going to hold this for 15 seconds on each side. Make sure to feel the stretch on the neck muscles on one side. Change side now, 15 seconds on the other side to finish off our stretches. Take a nice deep breath for us to finish. And we are done. Excellent work, guys. Great work, Ritik. Awesome work. Awesome work, Lavanya. Brilliant. Amazing effort, guys. Make sure you're focused on resting well. It's important to get a good night's sleep for optimum recovery and muscle repair. Ensure to get that 7 to 8 hours every night to be able to give your best in every workout. On that note, let's not forget our shout out. Yeah? In 3, 2, and 1, we are called. See you all in the next session. Thank you.